Hello everyone! Well, today we're going to go through the mighty Fighting Hawks, the happy team at Hawthorn, and see if we can pick any Supercoach players from this team. Alright, before we get into that, you know the drill by now. Join my Open League 506-532 and join the Podmasters vs. Public weekly prizes, and this winner gets a Supercoach ring. Alright, let's have a look at their fixture. Alright, so let's have a look here. Hawthorn, they do play opening round against GWS in a elimination final rematch. Then they play Essendon for the Merit Cup. Sydney, then they've got in round 3 annoying bye there. So, yeah, probably going to limit on what players we might pick from here. And then you got Easter Monday against Geelong. Alright, yeah, pretty tough run up towards their mid-season bye, but you look after the mid-season byes. Melbourne, Carlton, Richmond, Essendon, North Melbourne, all in a row. Brisbane, Collingwood, then West Coast round 24 for your Supercoach Grand Finals. So, yeah, might be worth looking, especially after the byes here. All right, let's have a look at some defenders now. Alright, so I don't have a lot of players here, but the players that we do have are Carl Amon, who's priced at 519.5k, average of 96 from 22 games. Now, is that enough to be in our top 6, top 8 defenders? Maybe not, but maybe someone we can look at after the mid-season byes with that run home that I just went through. All right, so to start off with our teams, it's going to be a pass, but look, we can look for any Hawthorn players really. After the season bye with that run home, I am thinking, all right, James Sicily, or as I like to call him, James So Silly, because he can be undisciplined at times. All right, but yeah, he's 483.2k, average of 89.3 from 20 games. Now, I was listening to an interview he was doing on SEN last week, and yeah, he's been playing injured for the last couple of years. So, if he's over that, like I actually like him as a Supercoach pick, because he's going to be playing as that third tall, intercepting, because they've got Josh Battle and Tom Barras back in that back line now. So, I thought he might have had a better year, but, obviously he said he was playing injured. So, he's one that you could consider. All right. He has had that sort of high ceiling type into scoring, in that he's capable of. But he can also swing forward as well, so something to be mindful of as well. Jarman Impey, 551.5k, 85.3 average from 21 games. All right, so I think he had a pretty solid second half of the year, just playing off halfback. The reason why Jarman Impey really sticks out to me is in one of my keeper leagues, I played a team that had Jarman Impey, and it was in the lead up to the finals, and he killed me. Then I played that same team again in the finals that had Jarman Impey, and he went well again. So that really hurt me, Jarman Impey. But for our Supercoach Classic, I think to start off with, like with Carl Amon, I think we can pass. All right, but one to consider after the mid-season byes. All right, on to the midfielders now. All right, so a few names here. We've got Jai Newcomb, who's most expensive of them at 516.9k, 95.5 average from 23 games. So, Jai Newcomb, he's a guy, he could score you a 150, or he could score you a 50. All right, so, again, this is going to be a recurring theme for all these players from Hawthorn. Is one that you might want to consider on the run home after the mid-season byes. But to start off, he's going to be a pass for me. All right, Will Day. He's currently injured, and I think he's supposed to miss half the year. So, hey, you could even pick him up, if he's ready to go after the mid-season bye. He's one that I'll be keeping an eye on. at 482.2k. Yeah, he has like a high ceiling. He had a good start to the season last year until he got injured, and he was the target of the tags as well. So average of 99, only played the 6 games. So yeah, I think we're getting him cheaper than what that average suggests. Yeah, because he averaged more than John Newcomb, but yet he's cheaper. All right, but Will Day, well, for round 1, it's going to be a pass. All right, but again, target after the mid-season bye if he's healthy, if he's ready to go. All right, so with Will Day injured, so who's going to take his midfield minutes? And don't forget also, Hawthorn has lost James Warple, the Warpedo, to Geelong. All right, so who's going to step up and, play him more in the midfield? Is it Josh Ward at 450.9k, 83.3 average from 22 games last year? I don't think I'm going to go there. I'm not going to pick him. He's going to be a pass. All right, a bit too expensive for me, and there's no guarantee that. Well, we'll get to see who plays in the midfield round 0 anyway. So maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe we can consider all these guys. All right, just until we see, who's playing, what role. Is he getting like bulk CBAs? Well, all these guys anyway. All right, Cam McKenzie, 363k, 67.1k from 12 games. So, is he one that could step up and fill that role in the midfield? Same with Josh Ward. One to consider, but there's one guy that I'm more considering that's not on this page. All right, so we'll get into him soon. Henry Hustwaite, well, 200.2k, 46.3 average from 4 games, and I'm pretty sure he got subbed out at halftime in a couple of those games. I just sort of put him here because he was pretty much a burn man last year. Everyone picked him, and then, he got subbed out, and then we didn't see him again. All right, so he's going to be a pass for me. I'm not even sure if he gets into the best 22, so 23 now, I should say. All right, on to the rucks now. All right, 2 big boys here. Lloyd Mick, 50.5k, 101.7 average from 22 games. Oh, yeah, I'm just not sure. He could be an option. Will the new ruck rules suit him? We're not sure. We'll find out round 1. But I think I'm going to go elsewhere here. Lloyd Meek. He's going to be a pass. And Ned Reeves, I don't think he's going to get into... Well, actually, no. I did read that they could play the 2 rucks. But playing the 2 rucks, that's going to limit both their scoring, I would say. So, yeah, Ned Reeves, I think it's going to be a pass. All right, on to the forwards now. All right, so just a few here. We've got Dylan Moore at 469.9k, I should say. Average of 86.8 from all 23 games. He's another one of those types that he could score you like a 140, or could score you a 70. All right, he might be a perfect guy actually. If he plays more midfield, hopefully, get that midfield status as well, and maybe he can get DPP, and you could have him as your 24th player, like your M9, F7 type on the run home, which could be very handy. You can maybe use him as a loop, because he will have days, like I said, he'll score 130. But he can also score you a 70, 60. So if he scores a 60, just let him drop in price and then pick him up maybe. All right, so he's one I'll be watching. But to start off, it's going to be a pass. Now, one we're very interested in, Connor McDonald. 381.1k, 70.4 average from 21 games. So could he fill that role in the midfield? I think Sam Mitchell has come out and said that, we're going to be playing him more forward. Oh, okay, but he's been training in the midfield. Oh, yeah, but I want to annoy the Supercoaches. No, he didn't really say that last part. But, he's one to watch round 0 as well. He's one that we can definitely consider if he has the right role. If he's in that midfield bulk CBAs, in round 0. All right, we could definitely go there. All right. And finally, we've got Sam Butler, who is available as a midfield and a forward. At 197k, average of 52.3 games last year from 3 games. He got injured towards the end of the year. I actually had him in my side, so I was hoping, please come back, Sam Butler, but he didn't do that. All right, but in the home and away season anyway. Sam Butler, could he be one that goes in the midfield? Ooh, he's one that I'll be definitely keeping an eye out on. And at 197k, very cheap as well. So, could make us a bit of cash. So he's definitely one I'm going to consider as well. All right, so there we go. So that's all I've got for Hawthorn at the moment. Let me know if I've missed anything. Let me know, if you agree or disagree with anything here. Let me know if you think, who's going to go into those CBAs for Hawthorn. All right, so, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye.